Hello, Aryan.
Hello, George. How are you?
I am well. How are you doing?
I'm nice.
All right, sounds good. It's Friday, the weekend is here,
Yeah.
and most people start their weekends on Friday nights. I think it's Friday night for you.
Yeah, Friday night for me.
All
I
right, so
think for you it's Friday morning.
yeah, it is Friday morning for me, 9 o'clock or so.
In India it's 8:29 p.m.
All right, sounds good. So, how was your day today? What did you do today?
Today it today was a normal day, but today was my exam.
Today was what?
Today was my exam.
Your exam. Okay. And what kind of exam was it?
It was exam of environmental science, EVS.
That sounds hard.
No,
It wasn't
only
hard?
only question was hard. Concept was too easy.
Okay, sounds good then. And what are your plans for the weekend? Do you have any special plans?
Now I will be doing a normal weekend.
Okay, and for you, what is a normal weekend?
For me, normal weekend is just watching TVs, being home, and go to our neighbor's house,
Hmm.
watch movies and this.
Sounds good then. Okay. I like normal. I don't like when things, well, sometimes I do, but I don't like when strange things happen or when different things happen. Normal is nice because you know what will happen. It's
Yeah.
comfortable. Okay. All right. Well, as always, you're speaking well. And do you want to start our class?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see what we have here. Book genres. Do you know the word genre?
Genres. Yeah.
Okay, so you know genre. So we'll talk about some different book genres. I don't know, book genres kind of like the same as movie genres in a way. You have action books, science fiction books, things
Yeah.
like
Romantic books.
that. Okay, and that's teacher stuff. All right, and just for practice, can you please read this page here?
Yeah. Today we'll learn about David and Eva favorite book genre.
Hmm.
What is your favorite book genre? What is your favorite book? My favorite book genre is fiction,
Okay,
and my favorite book is actually I don't read books so much, so I don't have any.
okay. Well, let's change book to movie. You said you like movies, and we can kind of talk about them the same ways. Genres we use for movies, books, music. Do you have a favorite movie?
Yeah, so yeah, obviously.
And well, what is your favorite movie?
It's a Hindi movie.
Okay,
Uh, it's also dubbed in English also. It's Avatar 2, The Way of Water.
of the what?
Its name is Avatar 2, The Way of Water.
Of the Way of Water. Okay, I understand. Okay, I don't know a lot of Hindi movies. Do you have a favorite movie that is uh, well known around the world, like one from Hollywood? Like,
I don't see Hollywood movies actually.
well, you've never seen like Star Wars or Avatar or Harry Potter. You've
Yeah,
never.
Harry Potter. I have seen Harry Potter.
Okay, that's like from Hollywood. Okay. Do you like the Harry Potter movies?
It was boring.
You thought they were boring?
Yeah,
Did you see all of them?
also.
Did you, because there are 8 Harry Potter movies.
It was some parts like series. It was, I think. So
Okay.
video types. Some I have to scroll and put first. It was a video type. Some small parts
Okay.
of that.
Okay, because well, I didn't really watch or pay attention to Harry Potter for a long time. And then they became available and I had students who really liked Harry Potter. So I decided to they became available on HBO Max. I had that. So I decided to watch them to get an idea, or at least some. The first Harry Potter I watched, I was kind of bored with that one.
Me
It was
also.
it was just okay. But I started to watch the second and third, and after like the second, the third, it started getting really, really good. I mean, really good. So, and I've seen all of the Harry Potter movies many times now, and I really like them. But the first one, I can understand being kind of bored, but it does get better. So, just want throw that out there. My favorite movie is, and they're also books. They are also based on books. The Lord of the Rings. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm, no,
Okay. Have you ever seen The Lord of the Rings? There are 3 movies. And
no,
did you
I don't know.
Okay. These are my favorite movies of all time, I think. Um, they're really, really good.
My second favorite movie is The Book of Life. It's a cartoon movie, animated,
Okay.
fully animated. It's a friction.
Yes. Okay.
And my third favorite is, I think it's like the Red Fox type.
Okay.
Yeah, the Red Panda.
The Red Panda.
Yeah, it is also fiction.
Okay. That's what's nice about fiction. You can just invent things. Yeah. That's what fiction
Yeah,
is.
like
And not,
Batman.
yeah.
There is example Batman.
Yeah, like Batman, and they can be based on maybe like a true story, but then they change the story a lot to make it fiction. Okay, so we have the word genre and fiction. I think you know these words.
Yeah,
So no questions here.
no.
Let's see what more we have. Character.
Yeah, character. There is hero, there is villain. In Harry Potter, Harry Potter was hero and one was villain. I
Yeah.
just forgot. I have seen Harry Potter when I was, I think, 6 years old. Now I am 9 years old.
Okay. And do you think that it's less interesting now?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is good.
I saw Harry Potter, I think, for the first time when I was 60 years old, 60. And I liked them even at 60. They're not just for kids. Maybe the first one is kind of more just for kids, but as it goes on, it gets good. I'll say that. All right. Novel. Do you know what a novel is?
Yeah, novel. Novel is a book that tells stories. Novel is a big book that has so much of stories. It can be also one story in a book,
Hmm.
big book. Novel is a
Yeah.
big
Usually,
book.
it's usually thick and usually fiction. Uh, some kind of story. I always, when I see this, I always think of the movie and novel Jaws. Have you ever
I
seen
think
that movie
no,
Jaws?
no.
Okay. It started out as a novel and then they made it into a movie. And it's about a shark that uh, kind of terrorizes this island. It's a beach island, and for some reason, this big great white shark starts swimming around in that area and going after swimmers. So they had to go out and they hired one guy, and then they went out trying to find the shark. It's really good. Very famous movie. Came up, I think, in like 1975.
Great white shark. I think great white shark is too rare shark. It's too
Is
rare.
It's too rare?
Yeah, great white shark.
Okay. Yeah, well, they say this was in 1975, so it's almost 50 years old now. And
Uh,
they're saying that they couldn't make this movie because what they know about sharks now are not true that what the movie did. But it's still a good movie. It's worth a watch. So it's called Jaws.
I think if I always imagine if I can see Megalodon versus Great White Shark.
Okay. Well, it's not just effects or like the size of an animal. There's a lot of things that go into making a good movie or a good book. Um, for example, what are some other things that make a good movie or a good book?
I think we need so much of imaginations.
Imagination.
Imagination,
Mhm.
imagination first priority,
Okay.
and second one like we have to find some characters. We have to choose characters.
Hmm.
Like in India, we have some peoples. There are some peoples who act in movies.
Uh huh. They have to act well, of course.
Yeah,
Okay.
Harry Potter also. I think when Harry Potter was when director was creating Harry Potter movie, he chose some little kids. I think little kids that, and one was hero, one was villain, and yeah.
Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna just say this and tell me what you think. Like I mentioned, Lord of the Rings. This is completely a fiction story based in a different type of world. Well, it looks like Earth, but it is different, completely different, completely fiction. And there was a question asked, what makes this movie so good? And one of the answers was because it's real. So if a movie is completely fiction, how can it be real? Or what would some things, what do you think that means?
I think he was talking friction because the movie was a cartoon movie or like that.
Well, it wasn't cartoon, it was real actors.
That's why the person was saying it is fiction. Yeah, I think the who was created movie was thinking that we animate movie with some cartoon character, but the movie history will be real.
Okay, it might be that. Because I have seen the movie, I think I understand what he's talking about. In this movie, it was acted so well, and the story was so good, and the emotions in this movie were so real. You
By
could,
listening by you, by
what's that?
listening by you, by listening by you, I also want to see that movie because I'm thinking that excellent.
Okay, yeah, and yeah, all the emotions you really feel the emotions that the actors you can really relate to them. and you see things like friendships that are so strong, or people are willing to die for their friends, and but that's what's so like good about it, because you see this and
Can you
can
tell the
relate it to
movie's name?
real life.
Can you tell the movie's name? I also want to see.
Oh, the name,
What is it called?
The Lord of the Rings. Did I give you
In
the IM?
Disney. In Disney Hotstar. Oh, the Lord of Rings. Oh, the
Yeah,
Lord of Rings.
did I give you the movie website,
Yeah, yeah,
imdb.com?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have seen a little bit. I have seen a little bit, and in that little bit, I was thinking it's boring.
Oh, you have to give it a chance. It starts maybe a little slow, but as the story goes, it gets really really good. If you like action, action parts, and it's so good. You,
Obviously, you are kidding. I like action parts, and they're too interesting. And two heroes fight, and one will lose, one will win, and we always think who will win. In our mind, a trail goes who will win. Hero will win or villain will win again.
mhm.
Then villain wins, then hero come again, and hero wins, and this is so exciting for me.
Okay,
Actions.
yeah, especially when you will see a lot of action in Lord of the Rings. You'll see a lot.
So for to see that movie, I need some patience because the starting movie is boring, and when we goes when we goes, yeah, you understand now. I
Yeah, I
can't use
understand.
I
Okay.
can't use sentences because my
Yeah.
English is weak.
Okay. I will say you will not be disappointed if you watch all three. You'll like it. Okay. That's all. I don't want to give any spoilers. So, you know what spoilers are?
You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, no, no. Spoilers, I don't know.
Okay, a spoiler is when if I tell you an important part of the movie, something that might surprise you.
It
I'm
will be
yeah,
cheating.
I'm ruining it for you. Like if an example, if you're watching sports, you record a sports game and you want to see it, and you want to see it, and they already played it, but you haven't seen it yet. So you're getting ready, and someone walks in and say, "Oh, Argentina won 2-0." They ruined the game for you because now you know the score. You wanted to see what was going to happen. That would be an example of a spoiler. So if I tell you a really important point, or like who lives, who dies before you see it,
I
it
think it
ruins it.
will be cheating. I should see that movie and understand by myself. It will be better for me.
Okay. Yeah. Very famous. So many people like it. It's good. Okay. And science fiction.
Science fiction.
Hmm.
Science fiction novels combine imaginary events and science.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
mystery.
Hmm.
Murder mystery or I think jail, a, a robber mystery.
Hmm.
Where is the robber?
Yep.
Where is the murderer?
Yeah, there might be a robbery, some kind of murder. Nobody knows who did it, and now some
It's
detective
a
is trying to
mystery
find
that
out.
hero solved. It's a mystery that hero solves. And in that movie, obviously, the hero will be a detective that solves. That's why
Okay.
it's detective in the photo.
Yep. Exactly. Okay. And some mysteries are really good as well. And not everything is just one genre. You could have different genres mixed together, like
Yeah,
historical and romance.
romance. Historical novels. Historical novels can mix fiction with real history to tell stories. Yeah, some historical things in novel. When we mix the historical things in novel, it is fiction because novel should be in fiction.
Well, if it's a novel, but for example, this is a great example for a movie. Do you know the story of the Titanic?
Yeah, Titanic, I know.
Okay, so you know that was a real ship. It really sailed on the first time. It really sank,
Yeah.
and and there are many movies of it, but the most famous one was from 1997, and it's a really good movie about the sinking of the Titanic. What happened? It it's historical in that regard, but they also had a romance part of it. We had on the ship a poor boy meets a rich girl, and they fall in love, and that's just to make the story more interesting. And it's good actually, but that part was fiction. It was romance. It wasn't true, but they kind of mixed it to make it more interesting. So that's another good
Movies,
movie.
movies also do this because most of the children likes to see movies like me. I
Mhm.
also like to see movies and good movies I like to see. So they make movie good and interesting. So so when people search an historical movie, action movies, so in that path that movie comes.
Mhm.
So
Exactly.
it will be a fiction movie. Everyone likes to see it. So everyone scroll and tap on it and see whole movie and they get the reward of this.
Exactly.
They
So
were using our minds. They they do they do not do lots of work and they also success.
yep, exactly.
Only they have to know some historical things about the topic and they have to mix it with imagination, friction, romance, and these all. And the movie is ready. Movie is full ready. Movie is interesting, and you get the reward. And
Yep. So things like that, a good, really good TV series or a series can be just as good as a good movie. Some are fantastic as well. So, and there's some series that I like, really like. Okay, any questions on the words?
no,
Let's see what
yeah, yeah,
more
yeah.
we.
It's a yeah, it's a. So please pray,
It's so what?
please pray.
For some reason it's not coming through. Can you say that one more time?
Before next one, opposite of next.
What the next?
Yeah, opposite of next.
Oh,
Pray.
opposite of next. What before?
Yeah,
What was it?
pray.
Mhm.
Yeah, this. So historical novels can mix fiction with real story to tell stories. They
Yeah.
can mix.
Okay. Yeah, it might mix fiction. Sometimes
Yeah,
they're just purely
they
historical.
mix a bit like I think the historical movies and has some like so much of adventures. So there are only fiction and historical, not adventures.
Okay. There was one movie I still like it even today. The Battle of Britain. Have you ever? Do you know World War II?
So,
World War
so,
II. Mhm.
so I have not seen that movies. Uh, yeah. I think these movies are so advanced
Well, this
movies.
is an old movie. This is an old movie. It's still good, I think. and I like it. But it's
World
based
War
on a,
movie.
what's that?
It's a World War movie.
Yeah, World War II movie. This was something that happened during World War II. This 3 month time where Germany wanted to invade England, but basically what happened was that before Germany could invade England, they had to send their airplanes to bomb England to kind of destroy it, what they had. But the uh, English Air Force, Royal Air Force, fought back and they prevented Germany from doing it. It's that part is true. And of course, during the movie, they had stories about pilots that may not exactly be true, or
So I like
uh,
that movie.
yeah.
These movies are too romantic also, too historical also,
Mhm.
and they have so much of adventures,
Yes, exactly.
adventures, actions, and these are parts.
Okay, sounds good. So I know we're quickly running out of time. We have a few minutes left.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's things left.
I know you don't read a lot, but how many movies have you seen this year so far? We'll change it from because I
Um,
know you don't read a lot.
Movies,
Hmm.
English movies or Hindi movies,
Well,
both.
any movies, any kind of movies. How many do you think you've seen? We'll say
Uh,
movies that you
from,
haven't seen
from,
before.
from January till now, I have seen five of them.
Okay, because there are movies I like to see again, not only once, but again.
When
Action.
2020, when 2023 started, then till now, I have seen five.
Okay, you like action. Have you seen the Bourne movies?
No,
Oh, you have to see the
Born.
Bourne movies. The Bourne Identity. There are three. Watch the first three. Bourne Identity. That's the first one. And the other, these are
Born.
super good. Check it out on IMD. Born Identity, The Born Supremacy, The Born Ultimatum. If you like action, you'll like this. And it's basically about this. It starts with this person floating in the water. He has amnesia. He doesn't know who he is. And then he's trying to find out, and then he realizes people are trying to kill him. And then he discovers he has a lot of no, not superpower abilities, but he knows how to fight really well.
Actually, it's a fiction movie or historical one.
Fiction, it's fiction, but it's
Fiction I
real.
like. Fiction is very good because in fiction we have everything mixed.
Okay,
I think for me it's fiction. Don't know about the others.
okay. Watch the Bourne movies, the first three: Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum. You will like them if you like action. Trust me
Yeah,
on this.
I will see after this class, promise.
Okay. All right, and check them out on IMDb. You'll get the idea of what the stories are. I don't want to give you any spoilers, so I don't want to say too much, but it's really, really good.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can only put the name of movies and uh and other things I will see in the movies.
Uh huh. Yep. Okay.
Don't need spoilers.
It's what?
Spoiler will be cheating. I don't need spoilers. Spoilers will be a
Yeah.
cheating for me.
No. No spoilers. Yeah, you don't want to ruin the movie this way.
Yeah.
Okay. We have 20 seconds left. As always, you did a super job. Very good. Any
Thank you.
questions on anything today?
No.
All right.
Super easy.
Yes. Okay. So thank you so much for the class. Have a great rest of the weekend if I don't see you. And I will See you next class.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. See you soon. Have a great weekend and a great
Bye.